I was a kid, man, I would be trolling me. I would definitely be trolling me. Hey, Gen Junkie, how you doing? Pearl necklace. See me dressed up as Baby Yoda? Butt spots here. I guess yeah, pearl. When I hear pearl, I think of pearl earrings, or I think of like jewelry. But I love that name, Drifty Pearl. That's an incredible name, Drifty. Could take on so many different meanings. Alright, alright. I lost the glove. Ban everyone. I made this account 5 or 6 years ago after I watched my first Salty stream on my first account. I just love the stream so much that I made a completely new account and I named it Pepper and My Jack as sort of a salute to Salty. Dude, Pepper, that's actually a great salute to Salty. Pepper and My Jack. You didn't even know he was a, did you know he could cook back then, Pepper? Did Salty ever talk about his cooking when he did the gaming streams? I always wondered that. Like, when did Salty become so passionate about cooking? He really is, guys. If you don't know Hey It's Me Salty, he really is one of the best food and drink streamers on Twitch. Thanks for rubbing it in my face. These are my cinnamon rolls. You never talked about cooking? Hello, Jesse. How you doing, Jesse? So those are my cinnamon rolls. If anyone ever wants me to turn the video game overlay off, let me know. I have no problem. I don't want to overuse it. I know people are here to see the donuts, and that it can get in the way. I need more gloves. Let me test out something real quick. He was purely Battlefield 4 back in those days. You guys want to see something really good? Are there any vegans in chat? Like you guys want to see the donuts, right? But this is what I want to watch. This is what DK wants to watch, you guys.
Hey, welcome back to How to Barbecue Right. I'm Malcolm Reed. Today I'm going to show you how I do a low and slow whole brisket on my pellet grill. Now the key
all
to this is
right.
low so we get
Let me get some gloves.
maximum smoke on it. It's really going to build that bark. It's going to be a long cook, but the reward is worth it. You know it's going to be good. Let's get to cooking. So I'm starting with the whole brisket today, and this one weighed almost 16 pounds. I saw it at the grocery store, certified
16 pounds, that's heavier than my balls.
I put it in the basket. The first thing I'm gonna do is
that's actually heavier than my balls.
Some of this thick fat off of it. Always start with this thick vein of fat that's
Dude,
over
look at
on
that.
the
Does that meat not look good to you guys?
Work it a little bit, then use your knife to remove
Jen, thank you for the bits, Jen. I love you.
Around the edges,
I'm just testing stuff. I'm trying to make sure that the YouTube's not laggy for you guys.
Take a little bit of the thin side off, and it shapes out this flat right here. You can kind of see the way the grain's running. You know it's going to make some beautiful slices.
Linden, are you? Oh no, Linden, don't. Linden's gone. Linden's already gone.
Flip the brisket over, and then take off the thick areas of fat.
Yo, I love brisket, guys. Did you really, Jesse?
But on the flat end of the brisket, I want to leave about a 1/4 inch of fat, and that's all there is.
Pepper Jack, I would definitely let you.
We're ready for some seasoning now.
I would definitely let you try my bun someday.
Over. The first thing that I'm hitting it with is some hot barbecue rub. You could use whatever favorite brisket rub
I'm
you
eating,
have.
guys. I'm gonna eat real quick.
Hot because it has a little more pepper, a little bit
Thank
less
you, Jen,
sweet.
for the 100 bits.
Nice
That's the title of the stream is test stream, right? So I am just testing stuff out tonight.
You want to make sure you get the edges. Brisket's a big cut of beef. It can take a lot of seasoning. Now I'm also going to give it a little bit of texture, a little bit of extra salt and pepper using my TX rub. You don't have to go
Eating
as
some
heavy
yogurt
with this,
real quick.
especially on the bottom side. So
Real
we're
live
gonna
woman,
take
good to
it
see you,
flat
real live woman.
down. That looks good. I'm gonna pat that
It will,
in.
real live woman.
Now I'm gonna flip the brisket over and we're gonna do the same thing to the flat side. And this is the side that I'm gonna keep up the entire cook. First it's gonna get the hot rub. Nice layer.
Just know when I play
Add it
YouTube
in
videos
just
on
a
here,
little bit.
it's always
Just
going to
so it
be
sticks to the
family-friendly
meat. There's no
YouTube
binder
videos.
here.
And
We're
I'll
just
never
letting the
play
beef hold.
anything that
Coming back with some of that TX
I wouldn't let my kids watch,
like
you know.
that. That's gonna make that bark look good.
Yo, Destino, thank you for
Also
the follow,
patting it
Destino.
in lightly. Now that's it for the seasonings on the outside of this brisket, but it's not ready to go on the pit yet. I really want them to have time to work
And I
on
also,
the
I got
surface.
this going
Kinda
right here.
melt in. That's what's
All
going
right,
to
let me-
absorb flavor. It's going to help us make a good bark, and it's going to make a nice smoke ring. Now this is going to be a low and slow cook. So
I'll
I'm going
fix
to put
that.
it on the pit overnight.
I'll fix
Now,
that
the
later.
smoke's going to get all around the brisket on the pellet grill because I'm going to keep it about 195 degrees until it's time to
Pepper.
wrap. I plan to put the brisket on at 11 p.m. and wrap it the next morning. So I'm going to take it inside.
Looks like
and
crap,
it's
but
gonna get
mostly
a
because
rest
it's
for a
actually
few
a bad
hours.
piece of meat. The
For about
brisket's
3
the brisket
hours
is
to
actually a bad
season
piece
the
of meat,
brisket. Time
Chef.
to fire up this Traeger pellet grill. First thing you want to do is make
That's-
sure you have plenty of pellets if you're going to let it run overnight and get some sleep.
Thank you, Reliable.
I'm filling the hopper all the way up.
Hey,
So I've
Guardian
got the
Gamer,
Traeger
thank you, man, for the
turned
bits.
195 degrees, hit ignite. That's going to give us a nice slow smoke. And actually on mine, it's got a feature for super smoke. Gives it even more. So I'm going to engage
12 hours to
that
cook it?
too. And it doesn't matter
His
what pellet
industrial
grill you're
junk.
cooking on. If you
Yo,
run it
Chef
at
JT, you really
195,
not like this guy?
nice,
Me and my
low,
fiance watch
heavy
this guy
smoke.
all the
That's really
time.
what's going to put the bark, put the flavor on this brisket. All right, so the grill is at 195 degrees. Perfect temperature. It took about 20 minutes.
I love
for it to
brisket.
come
I don't.
up, not
I gotta learn
long
how to
at
make
all.
this.
So now it's time to put this brisket on. We're just gonna set it on the rack, kind of form it up the way you want it to cook. Just kind of bunching the flat up just a
Yo,
little
Briggs
bit.
the Bear.
Got the point
Do you have a
pointed
Discord? I own a
over
barbecue
towards
food
most
truck,
of
and I'll
the
post some
heat
pics.
comes from.
Yo,
Pretty
Briggs the
much
Bear.
in
I
the
do,
center of
man.
the grill. I'm gonna
I do
get
have a
the lid
Discord. There's a
closed.
Discord
I'm gonna
command.
put this brisket to bed. I'll be back to check on it at about 7 a.m. All right, the
Oh my
brisket's
God,
been
I love
on
bur-
for
I love
8
barbecue. Thank
hours.
you,
can
Jifty
see here
Pearl.
on the grill, we're still setting right around that 195 degrees. I want to open it up. And I
You're
know it's
close,
gonna be
Pepper,
time
but
to wrap it. Let's see
Drifty's
what it
still
looks
quicker.
like after 8 hours. It's turned dark. It's kind of swole up some. This is
Pepper's
exactly
gonna
what
be
I would
competing with the
expect
mods
from a
now.
Good brisket. Let me get it off here and show you. You can see the way the bark set.
I'm gonna do
It's
mini
got
cinnamon
beautiful
rolls.
color now, starting to render down. So I'm gonna get it over to the cutting board. We're gonna wrap it up in butcher paper. So I've just got some butcher paper pulled off here. I pulled off 2
I do,
layers.
Captain. You got a
Kinda
YouTube
overlapped
recommendation?
it. And all I'm gonna do is bring it up and over the brisket, and we're just gonna tuck it in best we can around the brisket.
You guys
Draw it
want
kinda
to
tight.
see how
The other
Krispy Kreme
side,
does their
Just
donuts?
gonna bring up, do the same thing. Tuck it underneath the
I really
brisket.
want to see how he does this
And then
brisket
for the
though. I want to
sides,
see what it looks like at
it's
the end.
real easy. All you have to do is to tuck them right under.
This allows me to kind of eat too while I work.
We've got it wrapped up nice and tight.
You should check out Hercules Candy on
Before I
YouTube.
put it
Hercules
back on the
Candy.
pit,
All right,
I'm
I'll
gonna
look
go
him
ahead
up.
and get my meat probe in it. I've just got a ThermalWorks dot going right in the center part of the flat. You can feel when you go in. You want to go about halfway down. And we're sitting on about 150 degrees internal after 8 hours of cooking. That's right where I expected it to
180
be at
degrees?
this point. So I'm going right back to the rack, oriented the exact same way.
Not as good as
So
my
I run
donuts.
My probe wire right out the door.
Hercules Candy.
At
All right,
this
I'm gonna check him
point, I
out.
can turn the heat up some. I'm gonna crank it up to